10 years ago, I was a single mom on welfare, sharing one bedroom with my daughter, Dakota. Today, we have crossed over $5 million in revenue, multiple millions in each of our companies. I'm going to share with you 7 habits that we've used to support me in the journey from going from welfare to multimillionaire. Let's dive on in. Hi, my name is Rachel Peterson. I'm a social media strategist, mom of 3, Minnesota-based, and I'm super excited to share with you some of these habits that have really helped me. Before we dive in though, I wanna make sure of a couple things. Number 1, remember that habits are not meant to be a one-size-fits-all thing. You have to figure out what habits, routines, strategies are going to work for you, because just because something works for someone else doesn't mean that it's going to be a habit or a routine that works for you. So just keep that in mind. The second big thing I want to share with you is I'm only sharing the habits that I personally feel have directly contributed to my growth and my success in finance. The reason that I'm not going to share things like drink green juice is because while green juice may be very healthy, number 1, it doesn't directly contribute to growth in a business or finances, and number 2, because green juice is actually really gross. It's like swamp water. The third big thing I want to share with you before I share the 7 habits that have helped me to become a millionaire is that I do recognize there are certain elements of my privilege that have played into this. So please keep in mind that not all people are starting in the same place and not all people want to end up in the same place. So without further ado, let's dive on in. Number 1, reading books. It is no coincidence that several years ago, I had an amazing phone call with the president of the Forbes 30 Under 30 Council. And one of the things that he shared with me was that he really believed that one of the best things I could do would be to read a book every single week. He said the reason for that is most people only read about 40 books in their entire lifetime. If you read just about 40 books, 50 books per year, within 1 year, you're going to have read more than most people do in their lives. There's a major advantage to that. Now, I personally really like to read nonfiction, so personal development, business, marketing, memoirs, etc. But the truth is, I really think that reading anything can really support you. So in the old days, I would go to Goodwill and I'd buy books for, 10 for $1 or 15 or 25 cents. And I found some of the best books that I've ever read. By the way, you should check out some of my videos on this channel where I talk about the books that have been the most impactful for me along this journey. Today, I read about 2 to 3 books per week. Some of those I listen to on Audible when I'm, cooking or going on a run. Sometimes when I'm driving to and from appointments and errands, but a lot of those I do read. And some of my favorite places for getting books include the library, Amazon used books, and there are tons of other really cool apps that you can get books for cheap or for free. Another great option is to do book trades with people either in your neighborhood or sometimes even online that you find in Marketplace. Millionaire habit number 2 that I absolutely swear by, and this one took me a while to learn. So many times this idea of hustle culture is thrown into our faces, like hustling is the only way to make things happen. You have to basically not sleep or else you don't care about your success. And the truth is, when we are not sleeping, we are really struggling to make good decisions. It's very difficult to make your best decisions when you are deprived of a basic necessity, which is sleep. It's when I switched from hustling 24/7, pulling all-nighters, sometimes 2 all-nighters in a row, working 100 hours a week, to actually sleeping consistently 7, 8, sometimes even 9 hours per night, that everything shifted. I feel like I was able to make better moves, better decisions. I wasn't coming from a place of like constant stress and pressure. It helped me to be more clear about the decisions that I wanted to make, and also to get into a place of creativity and stability. So sleep is my number 2 millionaire habit that I highly recommend as soon as you are able to. Number 3 is easy and semi-cheap / affordable, and that is drinking water. You will always see me with a Nalgene around, and that is because I try to drink about 1 gallon of water per day. Now keep in mind, the actual amount of water that you should probably drink depends on a lot of things: your weight, your height, your activity levels, and you also want to make sure that you're getting some electrolytes in the process of drinking water so that you don't end up actually drinking too much water and overwhelming your system. But the thing about drinking water consistently is it just makes everything smoother. Now, I'm no doctor and I'm not a brain scientist, but I just know that when my brain feels hydrated, I make better decisions. And generally speaking, it keeps me more alert, excited, and it makes my skin and my hair look great. So I'm not against drinking water, and I feel like it's a huge part of growth. Millionaire tip number 4 that has made a huge impact on me. This habit is one that took me a while to figure out, but that is to find a circle that encourages, uplifts, motivates, believes in you, not just when you're at your best, but also when you're at your worst. And the other thing that I want to share about finding a circle of people like that is that they should also hold you accountable. This doesn't mean that you surround yourself with yes people or an echo chamber that's just consistently telling you how awesome you are and that your farts don't stink. You actually want to find people who tell you, hey, listen, that wasn't it. You may need to check yourself because some of this is out of control. And sometimes having friends that are really positive and motivational will also be the people who are the first to call you out in a good, loving, and most importantly, private manner. Millionaire habit number 5. This one is so important. And every time that I don't do this, I can see the difference in the way that I go about my day. Now, a lot of times when people are really successful, I feel like they seem like they're naturally super positive, or like everything always goes well. They're always winning. Of course they're positive. But if I'm gonna be honest with you guys, being positive is not something that comes naturally to me. In fact, I would consider myself someone who has had a lot of issues with like anxiety and depression in the past. It still sometimes creeps up. So I have to work really hard to intentionally program myself for positivity, to be optimistic, to look for solutions instead of sitting on the problem. And one of the ways that I do that is by starting my day with meditation, visualization, affirmations, and prayer. Spending just 20 minutes per day in a combination of these activities can be so uplifting. A few of the channels that I really love for this type of content include Bob Proctor. I love Jess from Live the Life That You Love, or Live the Life You Love. I also really enjoy Brian Scott. I love Michael Seeley, Jason Stevenson. They are some really great people who support you with meditations, affirmations, visualizations, and then of course, prayer is something that I've done since I was a kid. So that's how I go about those things. Millionaire habit number 6. This is journaling. Now, I want to be super clear for anyone who hasn't been journaling for the last 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. It's okay. You can start journaling at any point. What I love about journaling is it's a chance for me to be totally honest with myself, whether I am frustrated, upset, feeling particularly anxious, or going through something that I'm just not familiar with. I love to just write a couple sentences, and this is the key thing. I vent to myself about what I'm frustrated about with absolutely no judgment. And I love having that safe space without having to feel like I'm constantly asking for a friend or my husband to be supportive in those venting and ranting moments. I have my journal. My journal's always there. Now, I've been journaling since I was 11 years old. And so all throughout my office, I have journals from over all the years. And it's really powerful to look back at over 20 years worth of journals and see how far I've come. It's actually a really surreal process. So I'm super excited about someday being able to share more of what I've shared in my journals. But right now it's really private and it's been an amazing experience. But it's never too late to start journaling and even seeing the progress over a couple weeks, months, or even years or decades. And the 7th millionaire habit that I absolutely swear by that helped me to become a millionaire was studying marketing. And I'm not just talking about placing billboards or posting on social media. One of the things that I love to do is study what's working for other people. I would actually say that that's one of the things that I am the best at, is analyzing what's working for other people, breaking down patterns, identifying how other people can replicate that. And I'm obsessed with studying marketing because so many times I see business owners where they have a really great product or a great idea and they're missing that marketing component. And the truth is, it's not always the best product or the best service that is the most successful. It's the person that markets the best. So Either you've got to study marketing, whether you're an influencer, a creator, a business owner, or even someone working in a 9-to-5, studying marketing will help you to market yourself throughout your career, or partner up with someone who is amazing at marketing. Now, I wanna hear from you guys, which of these 7 habits are you going to implement in your day-to-day, or even just, is there 1 or 2 that really inspires or speaks to you in this moment? Go ahead and share your thoughts, your questions in the comments beneath this video. If you've enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel because I don't want you to miss. We've got a ton of amazing free tutorials and trainings coming out over the next few weeks. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. I will catch you guys later. Bye for now. Okay, so fun, right? 4, 5, 6. I'm missing one. Oh no. What am I missing? And the millionaire, sorry. Let's try this again.